back in 1878. Actually, the original golf course only had 5 holes on it. But over the Open Championship roster, this has probably been the most successful, or provided the most success to American players. The last 6 Open Championship winners were all American.
Has one of the most famous holes in all of major championship golf, the 123-yard par 3 8th. It's known as the postage stamp, and one of the legends had a really nice moment there many years ago.
The late Gene Sarazen, the Squire, he had a little ace there, all televised too, and it was a great way to remember his phenomenal career. Oh, I like that.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good-looking shot right here. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
It's that sneaky distance.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Did the job right there. Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Even par early on. Now at the third hole here at Royal Troon, and Frank, another sort of short par 4, just 379 yards.
Yeah, simplicity's the key here, Rich. You don't really want to hit the ball more than 280 yards. Reason why is there's a burn there. And then from there, still only a wedge into a green that has 2 tiers.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way. But a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
On the green, and a chance for birdie.
Even par currently. Oh, what a bonus.
It's a dogleg right, par 5, the 4th hole. Can you cut the corner here, Frank?
Well, you don't have to. There is a bunker down the right side that's going to take at least 280 yards to get past that. You can also cut it around there and sort of follow the shape of the hole.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Now to the par 3 fifth. Frank, what are you trying to do here?
Really, anything on this green is going to give you a birdie putt. So allow for the bounce and roll. Just avoid those 3 bunkers on the left and that short one right.
Appears to be tracking well. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Now they're rolling 3 under par. Well, Frank, typically when you step up to a par 5, you're thinking birdie, maybe even eagle. But this is 601 yards, a behemoth. It's long, and you can get punished for a mistake here, can't you?
It used to be the longest par 5 on the Open Championship Rota. But remember, there's humps and hollows that can always be used in your advantage. To your advantage. If you aim it down the right side, the ball normally kicks back towards the middle of the fairway. So that's the side to be aiming on. Second shot.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Into the tall cabbage, that ball is swallowed up. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Frank, here's a chance for another birdie.
Oh, it's quite a run. Let's see if he can just make this one.
Now, how about that? That's a fourth birdie on the day. Frank, we're moving inland now to the 7th hole. It's a 405-yard par 4. What's ahead?
Little dogleg to the right, a couple of bunkers right on the corner of it. So once again, check the breeze and somehow find that fairway. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
So they'll tap in, showing no signs of weakness. That's a good putt right there. Stays at 4 under. Now the 8th hole, and if the wind permits, you can take some extra club, sort of get it up in the air and land it softly on the green. I guess the last thing you want is to come in hot and roll it off this postage stamp green.
Well, you really don't want that ball going right either. Those 2 bunkers down the right side of that, they're the deepest ones, and they must be avoided.
Birdie try up next. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
This for par. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, how does the front 9 finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just 1 bunker down the left to be avoided.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Not a single weakness today. What a performance. Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Frank, this game, you know full well, is not just about the good, hard strike. Sometimes you have to control your golf ball, and he doesn't quite seem to be able to do that yet.
Yeah, distance control is a skill. No two ways about it. Know how far you hit each club.
Frank, the Open Championship will be played at Royal Troon in 2016. It was first played back in 1923. What was first prize then?
A mere 75 pounds, so that equates to about 150 US dollars. And just to give you an idea, the last time they played there, Rich, was back in 2004 when Todd Hamilton beat Ernie Els. He got a whopping 720,000 pounds. That's right, nearly $1.5 million.
The money's nice, but every player would tell you, Frank, it is still all about that claret jug.
It is, and that's actually suited the Americans because since 1962, they've been to Troon 6 times, and 6 times the victor has been American.
Frank, if you needed a reminder as to just how difficult this 11th hole is, none other than Jack Nicklaus had his problems here.
Yeah, he turned pro in 1962. He just won the US Open at Oakmont, and then he came to Troon, and on the 11th hole, he made a 10. That's right, double digits.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. This won't hurt him. And it makes the green in regulation. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Could use this. A putt for par. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Settles in, looking to knock it in